What up? Welcome back to another video. Got a White Russian. I just did a small TikTok to talk about the longer video that I'm going to do here. Just going to kind of talk, discuss, and, if you know who this is, the dude, then the dude abides. So grab yourself a Caucasian, a White Russian, and let's have a chat. So as I was talking about, hitting that when I was talking to my little YouTube video or TikTok video. Hey, quiet down back there. Roommates. As I was talking about in that TikTok video, what's been kind of going on and kind of insight, some things that have been coming to me, popping to me that I'm realizing that I need to make a change and do better about in my daily life is just in regards to making the most of each day, keeping awareness on that energy, awareness that we're all busy, and just saying, and this is a big topic that we've had at work, and I had it before we had the major talk between all of us with one of my coworkers, and it was a good moment, and then to hear it in a group setting, it just drove that point that much further. So topic number one in regards to being busy, especially in our careers, in the workplace. So to me, what I do is it's a career. It's what I'm good at. It's what I strive to be the best at. And is it what I thought I'd be doing? No, absolutely not. But do I have passion for it? Do I work my ass off? Yes. But I started to realize that I was causing myself some unhappiness, some frustration, some irritability. I was kind of inducing it myself. How was I doing that, do you ask? People would ask me, hey, how are you? Are you crossing in the kitchen to get some water or in the lunchroom? And for me, I'm an extreme extrovert, but over time I've realized that I don't know if it's kind of things that I've went through in life, or if it's just how, I don't want to say how busy and just how my days flow every single day. It's an opportunity, and there's only so many hours that you're awake. And me, I don't sleep that as much as most people do, so I try to maximize my hours. So when I'm crossing into the kitchen to go to lunch, a lot of times I feel like I wait to go to lunch just to avoid people, just to have that moment, just to be alone, to sit, to not think, whether it's watching something on my phone, any of those things. With that being said, I've had a realization, like I'll come home, like right now, curtains are closed, doors are shut. I have to, really tell myself, like, hey, you open the curtains up, get some sun, go outside, go do something. And obviously, finances, it's still an adjustment moving out and doing this. And then obviously, working towards child support here in the near future. It's going to be an even bigger adjustment. But, I don't go out as much. I barely go out to eat once a month or once a paycheck. I'm just very conservative with my money, but I pretty much, I wake up and I have a routine. I have a schedule, and it's wake up. I used to go to the gym before work, but lately it's been just wake up and chill. Just wake up and at 5:30 in the morning and just be lazy until, the last moment that I can stay in bed till until I have to get up and rush to work. And then I'm last minute getting to work. And it's not a healthy thing. So if you're hanging with me, this is going to be a long-winded video, but a lot of good points that you can take away here. So I go to work. I stay, I don't know, till work, 5:30, 6 o'clock, and then I go to the gym after that. So my days are long. Other people's days are long. Other people's days are busy, if not longer, if not busier. So it's not a competition in that regard. It's just I'm aware of how my day goes, and I leave my house somewhere around, lately I've been leaving my house around 8:30, and then I get home by 8:30. So I'm gone for 12 hours, and then I get home. Like right now, it's 8:47. I've been home for maybe 20 minutes. I've got this drink here while I'm doing this video, and I rarely drink, very, very rarely. I haven't had dinner yet. I haven't made dinner. I haven't decided what I want to do, if I want to make chicken, because that's been majority of my diet. Do I want a bowl of cereal? Any of that stuff. Like I just kind of roll with it, and then I sit down and try to unwind, maybe play some Xbox or something. Just that's how my day goes. But I got to the point where I just, would feel so busy that people would ask me, how are you? And I would say, I'm busy. So back on that point. And I just felt like I was inducing this negative energy and just, I'm busy, like you're not happy, you're not satisfied, you're not grinding, you're just, I'm just here. And it's a bad look. It's bad energy. It's bad for business. It's bad for morale, culture, all that stuff. It makes people think it's okay to have that. It's busy. It makes people think that you're not happy to be there, that you don't appreciate the opportunity that you're there. And to me, I try to wake up every day and appreciate the fact that I woke up. Waking up in the morning is something to be thankful for, and I think a lot of us take for granted. Even I, who try to wake up and be thankful for that opportunity to wake up, there are times where I just, you go into a routine, you just get lost in it, and then you don't appreciate each day and each moment. You just go through the motions and you take things for granted. So, we had a meeting, we had a talk, and I just sort of realized, get back to the, I'm well, I'm super well. I'm so thankful that I woke up. I'm so thankful that I have a car to drive to work, even if it does have issues right now. I'm so thankful that I have my dogs. I'm so thankful that I have the roof over my head, that I have the career to be able to pay the bills, to have this roof over my head, to have all the things around me, to be able to go to the gym after having my major back surgery that I had, the fusion and my disc. To be in the gym once or twice a day, 6 days a week, working on myself, because I have to constantly grow and work on myself. I have to constantly compete with myself with that last workout, with that yesterday. I have to compete with it. It's who I am. I'm driven, but then I get lost in it, and then I get complacent, or I take a moment just relax for a little bit. But then I'm like, well, you're not doing enough. It's a battle. So I had to get away from the idea of saying, hey, I'm busy, and actually get back to having personal conversations. I'm super well. How are you? Things of that nature. It's a mindset. So going forward, I had to nix that. I had to get to a different mindset of saying, hey, it's not about being busy, because we're all busy. Everybody around us is busy, but nobody cares if you're busy, because we all are. We care about people in general, but just saying I'm busy doesn't really mean anything. There's no excuses to being busy. There's 24 hours in a day. You sleep for however many, 5, 6, 8, 10, whatever. But you have the choice to decide how many hours you want to sleep. You have the choice to decide when you're going to get up and how productive you're going to be in those 16 or, however many hours you're awake. So to me, I'm going to start changing my process. Since I haven't been utilizing my time in the mornings to go to the gym, and I've just been lazy and wasting 2 and 3 hours of my morning and then going to work last minute, I have made a decision that in the meantime, while I'm trying to get caught up and get back to growing and really grinding, I'm going to start getting up and I'm going to start going into work at 7:30, 8 o'clock in the morning instead of starting at 9. I'm going to start earlier, because lately, in the last month, 2, 3 months, however long, maybe even longer, I feel like I don't get off till 5:30, 6, 6:30 consistently. There's a lot going on. I have a busy job. You guys, I don't want to say job. I have a busy career. You guys probably have busy ones as well. And I want to try to make the most of it. So I'm going to start going in early. And that in turn will allow me to try to get myself out of there at 5 p.m. And then in turn will allow me to help chip away and get back on track. Get back where I want to be, to where I don't feel like I'm buried. I don't feel like I'm drowning. I don't feel overwhelmed. I am on it. I am making strides. I am showing initiative that, I'm going to work harder than the next guy. I'm going to work harder than the agent at the next agency. I'm going to work harder than the State Farm guy, the Allstate guy. Any of those guys out there, I'm going to go out there, I'm going to work harder. I'm going to put in more hours, and it's going to show on paper. You have a career, that's what you got to want. Kobe Bryant went out there and he would shoot jumpers. He would go out there and practice 3-4 times a day. Shoot 100 jumpers when he wakes up at 4 in the morning. He would go shoot 100 jumpers after the game, after practice, all that stuff. He was the first one in, last one out. Lately, I've been not the first one in, but I'm typically the one setting the alarm and last one out. So I want to be the first one in, and I want to be the last one out. And it's because I want to grow. It's because I want to succeed. So that's that point on being busy. The next one is, obviously, was in regards to waking up and getting up and making the most of my hours. Like I said, I kind of explained how my day's been going, and I want to try to make the most of my days. We have one life. It's a long life. It's all mindset. It's like glass half full. We have a long life, but even the mindset that it's short, you're skewing it. I mean, think about it. Like right now, I'm going on 31 this year. So I've lived for nearly 31 years. If everything goes well, I should live for another 31, if not more. I still have a whole other lifetime. But think about it. About half of my lifetime, I didn't know nothing. I didn't know shit about fuck. And about half of that lifetime, or a quarter of that lifetime, I didn't even have the ability to do and make decisions on my own. Think about it. Think about where you're at in life. There is no book. There is no set, list of milestones you need to do. Like, obviously, yeah, you can graduate high school, whatever, and that stuff, but you don't have to own a house by a certain age or a certain year. You don't have to have your life figured out, a career set in stone. You don't have to, if you don't want to go to college, you don't have to. There's plenty of things you could do without a college degree. It's what you make of it, and every single day is an opportunity. And instead of thinking about, I want to be here, start with today and working towards being where you want to be and where you want to grow to. Don't think that it's going to get handed to you, that it's going to fall in your lap, that you're just going to jump and skip and get there. You have to work for it. You have to want it. And to me, waking up and making the most of each day, appreciating that opportunity, and just going after it is the best way to get there. Because right now we have such a long span of life that we have in front of us, especially if you're younger than me. You have so much in front of you, and you don't have to be anywhere right now. Appreciate what you have in front of you. And if you want more, then chase it, grow it, go after it. But don't just sit and just hope that it falls in your lap, because you're just going to fill yourself with disappointment and feel like nothing ever goes right for you. You can't wait for opportunities to fall in your lap. You have to go out there and grab them. So what I'm doing is I'm going to start waking up and making the most of it and going after those things. Next point is, once I get caught up and get to where I want to be on the whole 8 o'clock schedule, 7:30 schedule, I might work into maybe getting back into the gym before work and after work, or before work. We'll see how things change. But that is my plan in that regard. And that mindset, that grind, that hustle will translate into a lot of greater things and a lot of better things. And there's other things that I want to talk about in here that I had on my mind. I think they're kind of slipping me right now. So I was watching Impulsive with Logan Paul, and he had Gary Vaynerchuk on the other day, and they were talking about it. Sorry about the dirt and stuff on me. The dogs jumped me when I let them outside. I thought they were going to freak out when I said that word. They're still sleeping. So, okay. I was watching that video, and I was listening to Gary talk about, there are a lot of us out there, and I'm still growing. I'm still trying to get somewhere. I'm still trying to build something. So I'm not as far as a lot of people, but it doesn't matter. You don't have to compare yourself. You don't have to show off for all that stuff. Just go out there and do it. But a lot of people out there have things going well. They've worked hard. They're good. They're happy. They've worked their butts off, and they have made it, and they have a lot of resources, and they're good. And what is instilled in the owner that I work for, what is instilled in Gary Vaynerchuk. And there's a lot of other people out there that I'm sure that are leaders that they have the mindset that they are good. I'm good, but I'm not as good as where they're at. But they're good, and what their goal is every day is to wake up and make sure that everybody around them is good. And if they're not good, they want to provide their resources to make sure that everybody's good. What do you need? How can I make things good? How can I help you? And thankfully, I'm in a career where the owner and the people around me, they always want to make sure that I have the tools for success, that I have everything that I need and can want to be good. And it means the world to me. And sometimes we just have to take that moment to stop and really appreciate just the little things, where we're at, because we either worked our ass off, or where we're at because you proved yourself and somebody gave you an opportunity because they believed in you or they saw something in you. And I have a lot of all that around me, and it just takes a moment to sit and think, you know what? I can feed the negative side. I can feed, there's two wolves in the basement. There's one in the dark and one in the light. I heard this on Impulsive 2 with George on there. You can either feed the dark one or you can feed the one in the light. It's a negative and a positive, or it's two sides of a story. The riddle was always there's two wolves in a basement, one in the dark, one in the light. Which one's going to live longer? And the answer to the riddle is whichever one you feed. Whichever one you decide to feed. So when you think of it, you've got a negative and a positive. Which one is going to survive? And it's the one that you feed. If you surround yourself with negative people and you just have a negative mindset to everything, you're going to feed that, and you're going to be unhappy, and you're going to go down that road. You're going to harden, you're going to shrink, and you get small, and you're going to be unhappy, and you're just going to not excel and not succeed to what you want. If you feed the positive one, you surround yourself with positive, driven, good people who want good for you and you want good for them, you're going to go places. You're going to wake up with a pep in your step. You're going to have people push you as you're going to push them on the days where you don't have it, where you feel like you just are lost that day. Those people are hopefully going to see that, and they're going to see that there's a change in you that day, and they're going to be there to pick you up. They're going to push you. They're going to say, hey, let's go. Let's get up and do it. You have goals, you have dreams, you have things that you want. Let's go after it. So in this whole 17, 18-minute video that I've done here, I just want to touch on a couple things. It's been a while since I've done a video. It's been a long time since I've done a video this long. And I hope to get back to the videos because this is how I express myself, and hopefully it makes a difference to a lot of you guys out there. So it's hump day. Hopefully everybody's had a good week so far. Let's get over the hump tonight, and let's go into Juicebox Thursday. Let's make the most of it. Cinco de Mayo tomorrow. Today, May the 4th be with you. Tomorrow, Revenge of the 5th. Let's make the most. I love y'all. Thank you so much. If you're still riding, if you're still watching, if you're still liking, if you're seeing this for the first time, if you made it this far, like, subscribe, share, help me out. I just try to do videos to try to make a difference, to help maybe make somebody smile, make somebody laugh, maybe give somebody hope, give somebody direction, any of that stuff to motivate. It's what I'm here. It's what I'm trying to do. It's my passion in life to try to help others out while I try to help myself by expressing myself. So thank you so much. I love y'all. Thank you, and have a good night. And if you haven't told somebody you love them today, make sure you do that.